Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Freshly Baked collection from Close to My Heart. Unfortunately, this one is sold out at this point. I waited really to the last minute to purchase it. We don't do a lot of holiday baking, and so I put it off and put it off, and then realized we do make gingerbread houses, and there's some gingerbread house stuff in the sticker sheet that I decided I could use. And so I bought it kind of towards the end of when it was available. And so you're just seeing it. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, it is sold out. So I have these 3 photos, all vertical photos of my son making his gingerbread house. I am going to kind of line them up across the page. You can see I did the red border around the kind of white background. And then I decided to use some of the pattern papers and rip a strip across. Just to kind of spice it up a little bit, bring in some of those pattern papers a little bit more. I decided to use the red on the top and the bottom. I wish I would have done it opposite. I wish the red would have been kind of my main paper down there, because that is where my title's gonna go, and you will see at the end the title blends in a little bit. I do have a solution for it that actually did work pretty well, but I do wish I would have flip-flopped the papers there. So you can see I'm kind of just trying to piece together some of the smaller pieces down on the bottom of that red. I don't actually have it going all the way across, which to me is fine. It just pokes out kind of at the bigger divots, I guess. So what I decided to do with my photos are the 2 that are down already actually go underneath the ripped papers, and I'm going to have the main photo that I double backed. 1, it's up on foam tape, and 2, it's over top of that those ripped papers down at the bottom. So this is really a super simple, quick design. It took me really no time whatsoever. It just helps when you have themed collections that go so well with your photos. I did get these canvas flares from Scrap and Happy Studio, and they have gingerbread houses on them. So I decided to add 1 on this layout and save the rest for other gingerbread house layouts that I make. So you can kind of see my title down at the bottom blends in with that busy pattern paper there. I think it's probably the last thing I do is to kind of fix that a little bit. So I decided to then make just that smaller cluster with that canvas flare at the kind of middle of the left hand side with a couple phrase stickers, and then a larger, I guess a medium-sized cluster up at the top with the oven mitt and a gingerbread man and kind of the frosting. The embellishment for this collection were these enamel shapes, and so I'm just scattering those around the different clusters. I don't think I did one at the top of the title there, but I did include one to the bottom of the title. So I took a chance and got out a brown pen to see if I outlined the suite, if that would help it pop out a little bit more. I was nervous because I was doing it right on the page, but thankfully it worked out, and I love the way that that looks. It just helps that suite pop off the page more. And especially because it's such a busy background. I then went into my stash and got just a label from Freckled Fawn to add at the top so I can put the date, and then just sprinkled some of those enamel shapes at the top to finish off that cluster. So again, this is a super simple design, using, unfortunately, a collection that is sold out, but I hope you guys enjoyed the layout, get some inspiration from the layout design in itself, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.